Article 2, Section 20 underscores the partnership between government and the private sector, especially in driving the economy. The framers acknowledge that the state cannot carry the entire burden of economic growth and social progress. The private sector, comprising businesses, cooperatives, and industries, serves as an indispensable partner in nation building. The provision mandates three duties of the state: recognize, encourage, and incentivize private enterprise while balancing this with public welfare and regulation. The Constitution describes the private sector as indispensable, not just helpful, but essential. Businesses and industries provide employment, generate wealth, and introduce innovations. They also reduce dependence on government resources, allowing more dynamic growth. The Constitution thus envisions economic growth as a partnership between the state and private sectors, where both share responsibility for national development. The Constitution obligates the state to encourage private enterprise. This includes establishing clear trade policies, ensuring stable infrastructure, protecting property rights, and providing access to credit. Entrepreneurship thrives only in an environment of clarity, stability, and fairness. While the Constitution embraces free enterprise, it always tempers it with equity and justice, ensuring that business activity contributes to social progress. Section 20 directs the state to provide incentives for needed investments, particularly in industries vital to development. Examples include tax breaks, fiscal incentives, and regulatory support. However, such incentives must be carefully structured to ensure they serve public interest, uplift communities, and avoid exploitation. The idea is to encourage investments that are both profitable and socially beneficial, promoting inclusive national growth. The Supreme Court has clarified the balance between private initiative and state regulation. In Usmeña versus Orgos, the court upheld the state's regulation of private utilities like oil and energy to protect the public welfare. In PLDT versus NTC, it ruled that even a private company like PLDT, being a public utility, remains under state supervision to ensure fair consumer access. These rulings affirm that while the private sector is indispensable, its freedom is not absolute. It must always yield to the general welfare. Section 20 has led to numerous policies strengthening government-private sector collaboration. First, we have the PPPs or public-private partnerships. This allow the private sector to help finance and operate infrastructure projects. Second, we have investment priority programs. Identify industries critical to national growth. Then we have special economic zones pursuant to Republic Act number 17 and 16 that provide tax and fiscal incentives to attract investors. Increasingly, enterprises are expected to uphold corporate social responsibility or CSR and environmental sustainability. Together, these policies operationalize and the constitutional vision of a balanced and responsible private sector. To conclude, Article 2, Section 20 affirms that the private sector is indispensable in building the national economy. The state must encourage enterprise and incentivize investments in key industries. At the same time, the freedom of private enterprise is subject to regulation in the public interest, as clarified in many cases. Ultimately, the provision envisions a balanced economic partnership with government and private enterprise working hand in hand for a self-reliant, inclusive, and Filipino-directed economy.